Hello viewer, today I'll be giving my spoiler-filled review of James Gunn's Superman. If you want the spoiler-free review, you can story look at my other vid. So now I'll shed sunlight on my thoughts of the Superman movie. Disclaimers first, please support the official material. Stuff I show here is for informative purposes, and spoilers. On with the show. First, I'll say my plot predictions were about 10 to 20% right. I got the scoop on Terrific helping Lois to expose Lex. Knew Superman was dead set on keeping the kaiju alive. Was right, Superman got captured because he didn't want to dog out Crypto, and that Metamorpho saw the light and turned on Lex to help Superman escape, and saved someone close to him. Everything else, like my bizarro Ultraman theory, met their doomsday. Back to the movie, I liked that it felt comic booky, with lots of weird sci-fi stuff and quirky characters, like Lex starting with a big bang on his pocket universe, Superman's cool fortress, and a weird construct dimensioned as a 5D imp. I feel Superman was portrayed quite accurately. He tries to save everyone, squirreling away some time to protect animals too. It is comic accurate, he struggles a lot, especially against a lexicon of credible threats. I will say the comics sometimes shows Superman as a stoic, almost godlike being, while also sometimes struggling, and I did get a powerful sense of that in the movie. Some scenes did sort of do this, but I feel they ended faster than a speeding bullet to really soak it in, and I'll get to it later. Lex was pretty comic accurate, an evil genius using advanced tech for his pathological NV for vendetta against Superman. He went bananas, even using monkey bots to troll Superman online, while being hashtag super shitty to everyone as well. On the film showing the challenges of helping others, we know Lex hates on Superman regardless, for having gel less physical power than him. Superman saving people from the Baravian military is good, but complex politics with Luthor corporate sabotage led to bringing down the hammer of Baravia on innocent civilians in Metropolis. Also, the guy who fully supported Superman met a Luthorful end for doing so. And of course, helping others has its benefits. The falafel guy's tragic end eventually lit something up in Metamorpho, helping Superman escape capture. And when the Baravian military tried invading Jahanpa again, the guy from the Justice Gang and Hawk Girl helped intervene to protect civilians. They also Metamorpho for the first time, who helped too. And on Lex's bad deeds, while he was splitting hairs to find ways to destroy Superman, he was eventually exposed for his crimes, revealed to be going to prison. The film definitely had an all-star Superman cast. Lois had a terrific journey of exposing Lex. There was a nice snapshot of Jimmy's life as a ladies' man, and the rest of the Daily Planet crew had some newsworthy moments. Eve was the stealthy star of the show, revealing Lex's secrets in the background of her selfies, which were all sent to Jimmy. And the other heroes, I felt, were done justice, gang. Guy squaring up to save the kid with the flag and flipping off tanks will power through as his coolest moments. Hawk Girl getting the drop on the Baravian president was her mace in the hole. And Terrific followed his namesake, right to a T. Many say Terrific was the star of the show, and I can see that. I had a ball seeing him on screen, and his one solo action scene was fun. Among the few emotional scenes, Superman visiting his adopted parents was far and away the most heartfelt scene. It showed Clark can't forget that his actions define him. Speaking of parents, the law change I wasn't super keen on was the recorded message of Jor-El and Lara Zor-El, Clark's birth parents. The first half was a harmless message of love and support that Superman heard throughout his life. But the second half, reverse engineered, revealed the elves felt humans were a simple species and wanted Superman to rule over them. They also wanted him to engage with many wives to repopulate the Kryptonian race. The film heavily reinforces the message as genuine. Luthor Lex slip, he didn't alter the message, and Terrific vouched that the forensic team were legit. From my very holograph observations, Supergirl's behavior kind of contradicts this, where she's constantly getting drunk, and she hasn't whined about Superman not ruling the planet already. Also, the robots act like housekeeping robots, rather than getting with the program on making Superman polygamous and world ruling. Comics wise, this type of thing does fit some interpretations of Kryptonian culture, but not so apparent for Jor-El and Lara Zor-El, at least before Jor-El's rebirth as Mr. Oz. In fairness, specific to the movie, this revelation was done well. It fits the idea of nature versus nurture, where Superman Jonathan sees the Kents as his real parents, the ones who raised him. And in Solitude, we see he plays footage of his childhood with the Kents to relax him, which tapes over him, previously using the recording of the elves. As for the film's humour, some hit and missed. The bigger misses were ones that took emotional weight away from serious scenes, like Superman's crisis of faith moment, seeing the full recording of his birth parents, and some guy accuses Superman of having a harem. The joke was still funny, and has a nice ring to Guy's character, but more time could have been given to feel Superman's inner turmoil. Also, when Superman and Lois had their heart-to-heart, the 5D implication of the giant energy ball in the background was played as a joke, which took focus away from Clark and Lois's emotional reconciliation. Finally, the scene where Superman gives his being human speech, then Lex monologuing, had good emotional weight, which was then dragged down by Krypto tearing Lex a new one. Overall, the jokes I felt still worked, but giving more time to the serious scenes and mixing the jokes better would have given the movie more emotional weight. And one particular scene that stood out I felt was unneeded, which was Terrific's garage door slowly opening. There were already other Terrific humor scenes with him, like the blood-boiling reveal he slipped nanobots inside his friends to track them, and that goddamn Terrific line. That aside, some humor scenes were pretty fun, such as Guy and Hawkgirl playing poker with the kaiju's eyes, and the humor did elevate some serious scenes, such as Crypto getting jumpy with Superman in his Yamcha pose, which shows to me Superman has human problems too. And Lex interrogating Superman by playing Russian roulette with the falafel guy showcased his callousness, joking about his roulette ending quicker than usual when he shot and killed the guy. Back to the film trying to showcase Superman's all-powerful nature, there was a scene building up Superman rising above the rubble to showcase this. They could have held on to that scene a little bit longer for me to really feel it. And while it was cool seeing Superman fight the army of raptors, it did showcase Superman's speed, but the choreography of his attacks didn't quite hit the spot for me on feeling the full impact of Superman's might. That being said, I like the fact that the film showed Superman would not give up. He went down fighting in his first loss to the Hammer of Baravia / Ultraman / his clone. And Lex studied Superman's fight patterns, issuing commands to the clone so it could defeat himself. When fighting the kaiju, Superman was clearly busy saving everyone while keeping the kaiju alive, while the Justice Gang's idea was to kill it, which Terrific did, giving it a tough pill to swallow. But in the end, no one else died, thanks to Superman. Also, while poisoned by kryptonite, he was in a live stream of anti-protons, stated able to destroy normal matter, taking him into a black hole. At the same time, he was fending off raptors and keeping Metamorpho's son alive. In the end, he took a deep breath in, then out, to escape the black hole. And in the final showdown with the Engineer and Ultraman, he had some ups and downs, but managed to save face from suffocation by Engineer's nanites. And fetching some help from Crypto, while almost being disarmed by Ultraman, he managed to dunk him into the black hole. So overall, I liked James Gunn's Superman. I feel some things could have been tweaked a bit, but it was fun and inspiring. And I think even if you're not a Superman or comics fan, you will have a decent time watching it. Anyway, that's my story. I'll let you look into it. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you Superman-naged to have fun here. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe if you'd like. And hope you see what's in store the next time.